Hello, my dear students. Good afternoon to all of you. Today is the fourth day of your class, and whatever you have already been taught in the subsequent 3 days, I have given some homework also. Perhaps you have already completed those homeworks. My today's topic is Ohm's law and resistance. Before studying this topic, my dear students, I want to correlate the Ohm's law with certain phenomena in our daily life. As you know, the current that a battery can push through a wire or conductor, it is just analogous to the flow of water that a pump can push through a pipe. It means greater pump pressure lead to a larger water flow rates. Greater pump pressure, that is with the help of a higher capacity pump, the pressure of the water through the pipe is larger, and so the greater pump pressure lead to larger water flow rates. Similarly, greater battery voltage lead to larger electric current. Greater battery voltage lead to larger electric current. It means current is directly proportional to the voltage. Thus, in our daily phenomenon, you will find that a 12-volt battery leads to twice as much current as a 6-volt battery when each is connected to a same circuit. It means 12-volt battery can provide us double current than that of 6-voltage battery. So, in electric resistance, the Ohm's law has proved it. In electric circuit resistance, the ratio of voltage and current, the ratio between the voltage and current was proved by George Simon Ohm. So this ratio, my dear student, this ratio of voltage and current, the ratio of voltage and current, this ratio of voltage in current is equal to the resistance. And mathematically this can be written in the form, as I just told you, the potential difference or the voltage is directly proportional to the current. Here I have written the Ohm's law. And Ohm's law and resistance I am going to explain. Experimental verification of Ohm's law. Just look at the board. First and foremost, I would like to explain the Ohm's law. The Ohm's law states that physical conditions remaining same, current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across two ends of a conductor. I repeat again, physical condition remaining same, current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across two ends of a conductor. I have drawn here the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram of Ohm's law. Here you can see two cell called the battery, ammeter, voltmeter, resistance, rheostat, key. These are the components and they are connected by connecting wires. So this is the complete circuit diagram of Ohm's law, just for verification of this experiment of Ohm's law. My dear students, who was Ohm? Ohm was a German scientist, George Simon Ohm, and he has proved this mathematically, that the ratio of voltage and current is equal to the resistance. So this graph, this one is the graph adjoining to this circuit diagram. Ultimately, it will prove that. Then, just I again explain this one. The ammeter is connected in series in this circuit, voltmeter in parallel, rheostat is in series. My dear students, here R, it is resistor. This is rheostat. This resistance have a fixed value, but this rheostat is quite different from this resistor. Rheostat having 3 terminals, resistor have only two ends. 3 terminals, there are two terminals at the bottom of the rheostat and one at the top. There is also a jockey at the top of the rheostat, and so it is also called the variable resistance. Variable resistance is used for the purpose of taking the reading of voltmeter and the current. Current is measured by ammeter, and placing the jockey in different places, increasing the resistance, we take the reading of potential difference. My dear students, mathematically I have written here the voltage is directly proportional to the current. So V is equal to IR. Here R is constant, and this ratio of voltage and current, it is referred to Ohm's law. So you have to prove it, that practically this ratio of voltage and current is proving this with the help of this graph. We can prove it. First, we have taken this, the serial number 1. While we have placed the jockey in a certain place, suppose its voltage, that is potential difference, taken 1. We measured the ammeter reading here and took the reading, it is 0.2. So taking 1 point here horizontally and vertically in this point. Second, next, replacing the jockey in another place, increasing the voltage. We have placed here in 2, taking the 2 voltmeter reading, and ammeter reading with the help of ammeter. We have taken here 0.4 in the second point, and increasing the resistance, putting it in 3, that is potential difference or the voltage. The ammeter reading is 0.6, and in this way all these points are joined. This straight line, this graph is found to be straight line. This graph is found to be straight line, and it proves the Ohm's law. The reciprocal of slope, of graph gives the resistance of resistor. And obviously this sample reading here I have taken serial number 1 voltage 0.2. Now we have to divide 1 with 0.2. If we divide here, just see V by I. R is equal to V here I 1 divided by 0.2. What do you get? 2 by 10. That is 10 by 2. That is 5. Resistance 5. And the unit of resistance is ohm. It is the omega. Sometimes commercial resistance kilo ohm, that is 1 kilo ohm is equal to 10 to the power 3 ohm. I like that. In commercial cases, sometimes we also use the mega ohm. So 1 mega ohm is equal to 10 to the power 6 ohm. So these are the unit of resistance, ohm, and so far is concerned to this experiment. It is already proved. This graph is found to be straight line. It proves the Ohm's law. That condition remaining same, current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the two ends of the conductor. And in this way, it is completely with the help of this graph and taking reading, the ammeter reading and voltmeter reading, we have written here the sample reading, serial number 1, 2 and 3, voltmeter reading, ammeter reading and the resistance ohm. In every cases, changing the voltmeter reading, whatever ammeter reading we have found, we divide the voltmeter reading with ammeter reading, we get 5 ohm. In the second attempt also, the 2 voltmeter reading 0.4 ammeter reading, after dividing it we get 5 ohm, and in every 3 serials numbers experiments we have found 5 ohm in all the cases. So in this way this experiment is completed. You must remember the difference between the rheostat and the resistance. Again I repeat, the rheostat having 3 terminals, 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top, and this jockey is sometimes changed its places and took the reading, and in all the attempt we found that the resistance is constant. Here I would like to give the homework. You write the Ohm's law, and so far the resistance is concerned. What is resistance? Resistance is the property of some materials that resist the flow of the charges. It is the property of material that oppose or resist the flow